Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great day so far and week so far. I think a lot of you are having a decent week. But in this video, what I'll try to do is we'll in a short time period. I don't want it to take up too much of your time. Excuse me. But we'll look at Bitcoin. We'll look at the general crypto market right now. We'll take a look at some other fundamentals. Obviously, Trump has won the election, which is very bullish for crypto, and that's also what we're seeing so far. I mean, we got a God candle above the previous all-time high, and so far we've been relatively stable. That is absolutely crucial, but we'll talk about that later. But we'll talk about some other fundamentals as well, and then I'll go over altcoins that I think are most interesting right now. All right. So that's what we'll do. The altcoins will kind of go through relatively quickly because I think it's more important right now to kind of talk about the market and the state of which at the moment is obviously bullish. This is the 4-hour time frame here. This chart looks a little bit strange, perhaps, like there's no clear trend here. But overall, I mean, if you zoom out to the 12-hour time frame, it's a whole different story. And this is just a very clear and strong uptrend with a big bullish breakout above this level right here between 71 and 73,000. And that is also absolutely crucial here, all right? I think in general, what we want to see here is that we actually find some balance, which is basically a time above a certain key level. As much balance as possible, all right? So what I think we need to do right now is just hold this level. And honestly, just to give you my thoughts on my prediction on what we will do, is I think we will, all right? So I think we might have the occasional, while I reset the camera, I think we might have the occasional spike into 72, 71, potentially even 70,000 for some sort of a flush. But if we do that, I think those are the best buy opportunities. Because I think a Trump election win is more bullish than this, more bullish than what we've seen so far. And if you take a look at the other fundamentals right now, including the Russell 2000, S&P 500, NASDAQ, and the dollar strength index, which is almost at a major resistance level, I think those fundamentals are very bullish at the moment as well. Now, fundamentals can change, all right? And if there's some talks about a recession coming up soon in the next couple of months. Something like that could be disastrous, right? So then we could actually have a major pullback. But for now, I think it's much more likely for Bitcoin, looking at the markets, that, like I said, we'll stay up here with the occasional spike down, but that we will make higher highs. And earlier this morning in the Bitcoin video, we talked about the level around 78,000, 79, 80,000. I would say that's the first price target for now. And that's a relatively conservative target, I would say. So that's what I think is most likely regarding the markets. Now, hopefully we see the Bitcoin dominance drop down a bit more because that is still very bullish. But regardless of this being bullish, there's definitely altcoin opportunities, all right? That's also what you can see right here. There's just a ton of altcoins that are actually performing. And if you, by the way, another reason why I think Bitcoin is going higher is that the volume is absolutely ridiculous. It's right now at $107 billion, which is even higher than what we had in August during those recession fears. But that's just a reminder of what they can do. But no, a ton of altcoins also have huge volume right here. Shiba Inu, for example, last hour, a ton. But when we're talking about altcoins, there's one narrative, there's one sector I really want to focus on. And then we'll talk about some other random strong altcoins. But that's DeFi, all right? I think now with the potential that the SEC is going to radically change under a Trump government, I think DeFi is one of the best narratives that can actually perform. Because these are, when you're talking about Uniswap, when you're talking about Maker, when you're talking about Aave, these are real, fundamentally strong and good projects, all right? They actually make revenue. They have a ton of potential in terms of what they can do with fee switches, etc. And so far, if you look at Aave right here, for example, but also if you take a look at Maker, has been relatively strong. If you take a look at Uniswap right here, all very strong. I think if we actually do get one of those pullbacks I just talked about, I think DeFi is one of the narratives, one of the categories you should focus on. All right. Let's talk about some other altcoins. I think Big Time is quite interesting here. Big Time is in a big uptrend here. I think this is going higher. I think it revisits at least 20 cents, but I think we can go higher as well. Popcat very strong, but there's not really an entry I can see on this. Athena is trying to break out of this range right here. If Athena is able to get some sort of a sustained break above 42 cents, I think we can rally into 50 cents. So I think this is an interesting altcoin. Pendle is also very interesting in my eyes. This is also fundamentally, this is also kind of DeFi, right? So this is in the same narrative. Interesting. Fetch, I think, has turned relatively bullish here, although I must say that there's no strong AI narrative. So this is perhaps a coin I would be a little bit more cautious about. I think Tau, same thing, also bullish here, broke a strong downtrend, but there is no real AI narrative, so be careful, maybe wait for a little bit longer. I think Rune is very interesting here, recovered all the way here. If we can actually reclaim 5.5, I think we revisit at least 6.3 with the potential of going into $7. Dogecoin obviously is still strong. And personally, I'm a big fan of Phantom. Right now we're respecting this sort of downtrend we formed, but if this downtrend is broken with momentum, I think Phantom can also easily get into $1, for example, with the fundamentals coming up on it in the next couple of months. But those are my thoughts for now. All right, that's what I think you need to know regarding the markets. Those are my expectations on at least Bitcoin and some altcoins that I like at the moment. If you do have any questions, anything, let me know down in the comments, or better yet, join the free Telegram or Discord and tag me in there. That's better. That's something I will always see. In the comments is not something I always see. But that's it. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Take care and bye.